against Mnangagwa stays for 2030. It's an exciting year that we are in. I'm telling you, I'm excited because I know the freedom is coming. It is around the corner. On the other side of Chiwenga's faction, they're also pushing very hard. And guys, it's really, really exciting. I just want you to hear some of them who are busy singing right now, protesting against Mnangagwa state term. Take a listen, please, guys. I'm excited, actually. It's so exciting what's going on currently. I am so excited, actually. Wow. That's exciting. All right, exciting, really. I'm excited though, guys. Good afternoon to everyone. All right, so before we proceed, if it's your first time to come across the channel, please subscribe and make sure that you ring the bell so that every time I'm live, you're going to be notified. Also want to say shout out to my regulars that are always hanging out with me. It's an honor to have you here, guys. Please don't forget to like the live so that we can push algorithm, inviting everyone to the conversation. Zimbabweans are saying no to 2030. It's definitely a no. Nobody's taking it. So much is going on social media right now. Really, too many conversations. But what happened this morning? Okay, this guy definitely is from Chiwenga's faction without a shadow of a doubt. You know, he once been ZANU-PF's youth secretary, and he was fired by Mnangagwa. In fact, in December, that was on the 11th of December, he was in court being accused of fraud. His name is Louis Matutu. He dropped a very scary message this morning on X. I'm going to read it for you. Okay. He said 3 nights ago, I had a very scary dream about our motherland in Zimbabwe. Chaos and violence all over the country, with people killing each other in a merciless manner like wild animals. Men of cloth, please pray for our country, Zimbabwe. I really miss when it comes to dreams, and this particular dream makes me nervous and shaken for it shall come to pass. As I received it, sharing makes me feel relieved and vindicated. Okay. I want to send around, it makes me feel relieved and vindicated. I'm going to read this message again. Interesting. This guy is definitely from Chiwenga's faction. He said 3 nights ago, I had a very scary dream about our motherland in Zimbabwe. Chaos and violence all over the country, with people killing each other in a merciless manner like wild animals. Men of cloth, please pray for our country, Zimbabwe. I really miss when it comes to dreams, and this particular dream makes me nervous and shaken for it shall come to pass. As I received it, sharing makes me feel relieved and vindicated. I want to send around the word vindicated. I'm like, so what? Where do we get into this vindication? That should be behind between you. My factions and you go. In fact, you guys have started the violence in the country. What do you expect? It should always end in violence. How you start will determine how you will end, isn't it? It's only me give you the resume of Louis Matutu. So Louis Matutu was in court on the 11th of December, again facing charges of corruption. These guys used to be at the front supporting Mnangagwa, Idi Huchi, but all of a sudden now Mnangagwa is standing against them. And I've always been saying to my brothers, even some of them right now who are on the streets working for Mnangagwa, it's a matter of time before he started using you and abuse you again. You need to decide what you really want for your life. Sometimes I don't understand you Zimbabweans. I think you deserve the way Mnangagwa treats you. You deserve it. You do all his dirty games, and when he's done with you and move to the next person, he dumps you like nothing, like a chewing gum. All right? It's a sad story, but this is what he said is a dream. I don't think so. It's definitely communication. Remember, those who align with Chiwenga cannot speak much because they know that Mnangagwa is going to rain on them. So they are playing very, very smart. The comrade Marong is not actually in Zimbabwe. As far as I know, he's not. If he was in Zimbabwe, they would have rained on him. Do not forget, recently they burned the house of Jimmy Kunaka. So it means Mnangagwa, whoever he suspects like is one who's going to be against his third term, that person has to face fire. Again, I love it when Mnangagwa does it to his people in ZANU-PF because they have been perpetuating his brutality rule. If they knew how to stand for what was right, it would have been this mess that we're in as a Zimbabwean people, right? Now, Ziyambi, do not forget he threatened the people that anyone who stands against Mnangagwa, ascension to whatever he wants, not that ZANU-PF will kick you out, will boot you out. And I want to remind you, but I think before I even talk about that, I want to remind you of the message that was spoken by Chiwenga. Don't forget that in 2017, Chiwenga, prior to the resignation of Mugabe, they said a lot of stuff. There was something very unique that he actually said. As much as there's a lot of things that happen in the country, Chiwenga is not that much mouthful. Okay, the last time I checked, he only said, if you play with danger. But I want to remind you of some of the things that he said about ZANU-PF. Take a listen, please.
Unfortunately, since the time of 2015, ZANU-PF's traditional protocol and procedures have changed with a lot of gossiping, backbiting, and public chastisement being the order of the day. Indeed, the party is undoing its legacy built over the years. While our people may be persuaded to take what is going on in ZANU-PF as internal political matters in that party, the truth remains that ZANU-PF's conduct and behavior as a ruling party has a direct impact on the lives of every citizen. Hence, all of us, regardless of political affiliation, are affected by the party's manner of doing business. From a second point of view, we cannot ignore the experiences of countries such as Somalia, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Central African Republic, and many others in our region, where minor political differences degenerate into serious conflict that has decimated the social, political, and economic security of ordinary people. Section 212 of the Constitution of Zimbabwe mandates the Zimbabwe Defense Forces to protect Zimbabwe, its people, its national security and interests, and its territorial integrity, and to uphold this Constitution. Among other security threats that are coming out of what is obtaining in ZANU-PF are the reckless utterances by politicians denigrating the military, which are causing despondence within the rank and file. Further, we note with concerns the attempts by some politicians to drive a wedge between the security services for their own selfish interests. This is unacceptable.
All right, I think there's very same words, even more words has to be said about the behavior of ZANU-PF. And that's ZANU-PF that has been chaired by Mnangagwa. I want to zero into Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa, the president of Zimbabwe. He has got the power to do anything, but this man has been accused, and there is evidence of them in many ways of championing violence in the country, right? And he has I've never heard him actually, like either distance himself to the violence or actually warning those that are actually committing violence in the country. I've never heard Mnangagwa doing that. He has never, in fact, he's the one who actually said, God them shinoronalanu, you see, that's Mnangagwa, those are Mnangagwa's words, a president. And he wants more time in the office, this man, the very same man that you hear right now, he wants more time in the office. Now there's a question that what you want to ask it. The Zimbabwean man, shout out to you, okay? Zimbabwean man, this is for you. It's one watching on another man, ask you a question. If it's me, you will say maybe women are just being funny. You said, I want to ask Zimbabwean men a question. Okay, very direct. Are we going to just watch ZANU-PF violate the constitution without any program of resistance? There is no organized political opposition in Zimbabwe. So are we simply going to write big English words on Twitter? Yes, you're very good at that, Zimbabwean. Talking a good game. You always say you are the most educated people in the region, which is a lie. If I have to compare Zimbabwean men in South Africa right now, there's a huge gap. It's a lie, actually. It's a lie. But anyway, forget about it being a lie or not. But you used to be. Things have changed because we have allowed Mnangagwa and these criminals to destroy the country. Be it when the education is soft, it is a mess. Now, this question is for you, Zimbabwe. Are we going to watch when other men are intimidating you? Because remember, these are not stones or animals. These are men who stand from some are just small little boys who can actually tell you to say, what can you do to us as ZANU-PF people? I look at Ziyambi threatening citizens. Remember when he said to you, any person who stand to against Mnangagwa, you face consequences. When I look at Ziyambi, can he really fight the way that he acts like he's gonna fight with all these Zimbabwean guys that I see, the big boys? You can be intimidated by Ziyambi. Yeah, I'm just trying to understand. I don't get it because this guy likes violence a lot. So if we have to actually be meeting them at the point of their strength, which is the violence, are you guys telling me that you can actually be moored by Ziyambi? I just want to understand. Can Ziyambi moor some of you men here? So he's asking you a question. Are you guys just going to sit and watching Mnangagwa and his bodies destroying Zimbabwe, messing up with the constitution? I literally heard today that they are going to spend millions of dollars, okay, just to run this entire referendum of those millions of dollars. First and foremost, Mnangagwa knows, before we even get into the nitty-gritties, if this constitution has to be changed, Mnangagwa will not benefit from it. But no, as far as Mnangagwa and his wants are concerned, you have to break every rule just to suit him and his children, his wife. It's him, his wife, and his kids. So Zimbabwean men, are you sure you want Mnangagwa to destroy the country under your watch? Your children, your wives, your families, your grandparents, your relatives. Because remember, these are the people that are suffering. The diaspora you are watching, are you sure you want to carry this burden of Zimbabwe forever? You want to fund their luxury lifestyles? Because remember, the money they are looting is the money that is funding all these luxury lifestyles that they're living, these guys. You want them to marry million concubines under your watch from your own pocket. That's the fact. So these questions are very much direct to Zimbabwean men. Are you sure? Some of you can't even afford to marry, but they're taking money from you, the little small that you have, to have more wives, more luxury lifestyle. And you guys watch. Are you prepared to let them get away with it? Those are the questions that Chiwenga is asking. So millions of dollars are going to be spent just to do what Mnangagwa wants. From all the luxury, the billions that he has touched in foreign lands, the luxury lifestyle, you know, the family that he has built, a very huge family though. Those kids are holding this position. Oh, I have access to all the monies. You are ready to spend the little that you have to keep on, you know, glorifying him and his family and his criminals that are protecting him. Are you sure you are ready to do that? These are the questions Chiwenga is asking. Now, Honorable Elvis Mugari, he said millions wasted on 2 referendums to extend Idi Mnangagwa's term, while schools crumble, hospitals fail. This is blatant disregard for the people. Zimbabweans who resisted this third term agenda with blood and water. I love that to hear that. No to 2030 and misplaced priorities hashtag. That's what he said on X. Mnangagwa should never get a 2030. And I will stand on top of the roof. Mr. Mnangagwa, you will never get the 2030 that you want. It wouldn't. I said the sun will stop. I am not going to live a miserable life because Mnangagwa what he want and be brutal towards my destiny. This man does not give me the freedom of speech that I want. If Mnangagwa can give me where I can stand in the middle of a Ferrari and have my own stuff and be talking the way that I talk without any thug come here and try to intimidate me, then I can say he's a leader. But as long as I can land without anybody intimidate me. In fact, I actually heard these people, they actually have my name in their offices. Okay. I just can't begin to find them. I also have my eyes all over the place. I have my ears all over the place and my eyes. So they told me my name is in these people's offices, John Warehouse. They call me a political activist. And I'm sitting and I'm like, when did I ever say that I'm a political activist? But because I'm just speaking my mind and speaking truth into power, I'm already a challenge. And this man wants to block me from living my truth and from fulfilling my purpose because he wants to do what he wants. Not in my lifetime. I will, if it means sleeping on top of the mountain to make sure I crash this whole nonsense, I will do it for the sake of me to cross. I have to fulfill purpose, and I mean it. And I'm not even playing games. This regime will crumble. This year, 2025, we won't cross. This ZANU-PF regime will be in pieces. And we have a different country and a different nation. And I mean it. Now, the article that has been sent out by the Herald, Herald is the mouthpiece of ZANU-PF. It simply speak what ZANU-PF wants. They are saying mnangagwa wants more time. In fact, the article is reading something completely different. They're saying ZANU-PF is ready to amend the constitution and mobilize its members to resoundingly vote in favor of the amendment in a referendum to pave way for President Emmerson Mnangagwa to lead the country until 2030. Justice, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Minister and the Revolutionary Party's Politburo member, Comrade Ziyambi, he said, the ruling party's National and West Province, which led a provincial coordination committee, PCC, meeting in Chinoy on Saturday, has announced a significant growth in its membership, boasting over 600,000 registered members across 6 political administrative districts. Or the lies already started. So 600,000 people are saying Mnangagwa can proceed. This is what they are telling the Zimbabwean people. And we all know it's a lie. But you know what? They get away with lies all the time. The development puts the party in good stead ahead of a possible referendum to extend President Emmerson Mnangagwa's term of office. According to the 2022 national census, National and West population was about 1.8 million. As of 2023, around 700,000 people were on the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission voters roll. While the referendum process does not use the voters roll, with anyone aged 18 and above needing only to produce a national identity card or a passport to cast their ballot, ZANU-PF remains confident in its ability to outpace opposing forces on the back of a recent surge in membership. Districts such as Wurungwe, Zimba, and Makonde have seen a marked increase in membership recruitment. All lies with the party actively working to attract especially first-time voters in all areas. This grassroots mobilization exercise is seen as critical in solidifying ZANU-PF's influence ahead of the referendum. But like I mentioned earlier on, it's all a lie. Because if they're telling you that we are ready, it means they are ready even if nobody is supporting them. I know Zimbabweans are not as dumb as ZANU-PF's trying to project or to portray, because the rural folks are even more suffering. And I've watched most of these meetings where ZANU-PF hires a few who sit at the front and kind of chanting, 2030 slogans. But when you look at the back and when you see all these elders sitting, they look very miserable and upset and angry. But ZANU-PF still want to convince Zimbabweans that not everybody wants Mnangagwa to carry on. Doing what? What is Mnangagwa carrying on doing? Because right now, when we look at what's going on in the country, people are taken to hospital using mascoach cards. In 2025, they call it a shop, like a tuck shop. They call it a magistrate court in 2025. We don't even have no roads as we speak, no proper public toilet, even in Harare town, not to talk about other small towns. I'm talking about the capital city, okay? Harare town, they don't have any proper toilet in Harare town city. And somebody wants to convince me that this failure of a man who can carry on in the office, and they're referring to Mnangagwa. I don't buy that. I know it's all a lie that they're selling. They already started spreading lies. But the Zimbabwean men, once again, I ask you a question. Are you sure you're going to sit back and watch while Mnangagwa destroy the country into ashes? In the name of, no, but I've got a nice job. Me and my wife will build a beautiful house, maybe in Borough Brook, or in, Highlands North, or it can be Arua, wherever you build your nice house, Westiger, whatever the case may be. You are sitting and say, no, but me and my wife, we're good. Okay, we're in the diaspora, we've got our insurances in place. If something happens, my family can get millions of dollars or pounds, whatever the case may be. No, I have a retirement package. I've seen some of these ZANU-PF guys who support Mnangagwa are in the UK. Okay, one of the guy was even in the UK military, not the Zimbabwean military. I say in the UK military, and he's actually eating the pension from UK, and you'll be supporting Mnangagwa in Zimbabwe. I'm trying to understand the game behind all these shenanigans. I know that's what some of you are telling. No, I don't really care. I've seen Zimbabweans. I've met quite a number of these big boys. Like no, we don't want to talk about politics. But listen, here is the thing that you don't understand. Once the culture changes, it's going to affect everybody, especially those with money, which means you are going to be even more vulnerable in Zimbabwe more than anyone else. With all your money and your children are going to be vulnerable. You know what crime does? When you sit back and do nothing, ask South Africans will tell you When crime started in South Africa, the issue of robbery, I remember this, one of my friends told me, because she said people can celebrate these guys in the location because they would always attack white people. Okay, that's what they thought, white people. But further down today, it doesn't matter about your race, because once you allow evil to carry on, it becomes a culture. So we are watching what evil is happening in the country, and before you know it, it's going to affect everybody. It doesn't matter who your name is. It doesn't matter how you look. It doesn't matter how much money is in your bank account. It doesn't matter how many businesses you have. Okay, it will affect everyone, including those that are shopping in Bon Marché. Okay, so to let you know, in Bon Marché. Okay, moving on. Nelson Chamisa, again, confronting Mnangagwa. He said, stop the nonsense. He's telling ED, stop this nonsense. And I reiterate these words, stop the nonsense, Mnangagwa. You want to extend the pain and the suffering of people of Zimbabwe. You want to extend extreme deadening and poverty. You want to extend unemployment. You want to extend hunger and lack. You want to power outages and electricity shortages and water shortages. You want to extend this current crisis and cash shortages. You want to extend high taxes and skyrocketing prices. You want to extend oppression. You want to extend fear, hurt, and intimidation. You want to extend terror and violence. You want to extend conflict. You want to extend the nation's isolation. You want to extend looting and corruption. You want to extend bribery and chicanery. You want to extend the dying hospitals and the dying in hospitals. You want to extend the chaos in education. You want to extend the suffering of teachers under squalid conditions. You want to extend the suffering of workers and civil servants. You want to extend the suffering of pensioners. You want to extend the closing down of businesses. You want to extend the capital of light and brain drain. You can't. You stole the people's mandate, hopes and votes, and you want to extend the theft. You can't extend theft. It can't. Stop it. It can't. That is Chamisa here. And I must say to Mr. Mnangagwa, you cannot extend your mediocrity anymore. Sir, you are 83 years old. Some of the 83 years old are home and play with their grandchildren in farms there. You have your farm, this brigade farm that you pride in. You call people each and every, I don't know how many dignitaries have been taken to this farm. You show them of your majesty and how great you are, and what you've done for yourself and your children, right? Your cows, the Angole cows, the most expensive cows in town. You show them of your riches. You have put all your money stashed in foreign lands, in billions of dollars. You're the most richest man in the country. What are you extending, if I may ask? The poverty? We don't even have roads in many ways. Sir, the time of playing games is gone. We, the young people, we need to move on. We are tired. We're really tired. We definitely need to move on. It's a no to 2030. It's very clear. Zimbabweans are not playing games. No to 2030. I'm so glad that now young people and the protests have started in the country. It makes me excited. And I'm like, Zimbabweans, don't look back. And the police, the military, and the police, stop the games. This country has to move forward. Mnangagwa should never get no extension. Yet alone even finishing the term. Because remember, when Mugabe misbehaved, when we knew that he was not capable, what did we do? We cut his term, which means that can even be possible to Mnangagwa too, because he has proved beyond reasonable doubt that he's not leadership material. It shows even now that this guy cannot lead. We love him as a person, okay? We do, okay? Because you know what? Biblically, I'm commanded to love unconditionally. I don't have a choice. Because he's human, he breathes, I must just love him. But as far as leadership is concerned, Mr. Sir, and the penny, of course, the people, you do not deserve to even finish the term. Forget about the extension, finishing the term. You don't deserve it. Like what you did to Mugabe, remember? You're the one who were at the front. Okay, you took this thing from the person who would not finish the term, which means even you alone, sir, can also still face the same plight. It is what it is. This time, it's death or the motherland. Women it. Now, Mr. Wrong. Who really is he's one of the interesting guys. I told you last time, I don't really know him, but I just wish I could speak to him. But again, he's out there and saying, nope, Mnangagwa has to go. Mnangagwa must go. He has wasted our time. And I agree with Wrong on that. I completely agree. So you want to take a listen to him again. He's actually a breath of fresh air. Okay, as much as I don't agree with some of the actions of those who are in ZANU-PF, but he really has been very consistent with what he's speaking out there. And with Clive as well, shout out. I don't know where Clive is, but I would really want to listen to Clive as well. Guys, just hook me up. with Clive. I need to speak to him. But let's give Marong an opportunity to actually speak. Yeah, it's very interesting days ahead. Take a listen, please.
Plani iripo ndikuda kushandisa ma-MPs ari muparliament iwayo futi kuti kubva kwaitwa inonzi one party state. Timamuka sei ma-citizens of Zimbabwe vari ngaakuitire zvakanaka mangwanana ano. Ndida kutaura nezvegeneration yedu yanhasi kuti zvamunoona Zimbabwe iyi yava payava nekwayakabva nekwairi kuenda. Maovhesi vakatoenda kunoirwira vakauya nenyika iyoyi, the same maovhesi vakaenda vakanorwira nyika vakauya nenyika iyoyi ndo vachimbera vakura vataa kuti sikukura kwaitawo vamnangagwa ngavachienda kumba vanozorora. Saka musinaro yatakatarisana nayo yokuti nyika iri kudonha, nyika iri kukokotwa, maminerals ari kubiwa, vashandi havasi kuhora, mvura yekunwa patepa hapanayi. Hatigoni kuti titungamidze futi vanhu vakuru vakafanana nemaovhesi kuti maovhesi chitibatsirai. But isusu vanigadi yenyika tiripo takapeta maoko toti vakuru taurai, isusu tosvika kutaura takagara. Hazvina kunaka nekuti harisisiri juti ravo. Ivo vakatoenda vakanotora nyika vakauya nayo zvekutoti vamnangagwa dai vaifunga nevabi avo vainge vachitoti vanangu isu takura hatichazvigona izvi, handimazvonaka, chitiregai tiende kumba tinozorora imwe chidiki chigadzira nyika iende mberi. But nekuda kwegrid nekuda kwekutenderedzwa nematsotsi vanoramba vachinzi endai ku2030 vachibvumawo, handimazvonaka. Chiporokocho tiri kutonzwa izvozvo kuti vari kutovakawo nhingi ibharaki kuningi kupirikabu farm, kureva kuti murume uyo haasi kutomboone pfungwa dzekuzoti even kana 2040 zomwe ari mupenyu ada kuramba ari president, handimazvonaka. Haana pfungwa dzekusiya pawanda ezviti kutonzwa kuti nova mabhunu ndarava uyo ari kutovaka nhingi, ari kutovaka bharaki kurenhingi represidential guard mupirikabu farm imomo. Zvino isa hadisi kuda maleader akadai so toda maleader anoziva time dzekubva pachigaro, handimaonaka. Wakabva pachigaro uchiri kudiwa nevanhu, unova uri hero, unoita hero, unoramba uchifarirwa nevanhu. Kasi munoona kuti even mapresident edzimwe nyika anopedza kubva paupresident nokutoona achifamba nebhasikoro rake anozvigarira upenyu hwake huri free. Varume, kune life after politics. Mzivai vana venyu tsitsi zvamuri kuita izvi because hakune marimire emoto asi kuzopera zvakanaka. Then ndakanzwa maovhesi mamwe vachiti aiwa isu decision yataakuita nekuti dictator iri arambira pachigaro, saka zvataakuzoita isusu ndezvekuti taakutovhura opposition party yozomira against ZANU-PF. Izvozvo hazvina hazvo chakaipa. But nyaya ndeyekuti uyu murume uyu waiti kuti ngaachitoenda gore rino kumusiya murume uyu ari papower, nyika icharamba ichidonha. And the election yacho yamuda kugadzirira opposition party kuti mende munomira neZANU-PF iyoyo haiko, is not going to be there as long as Mnangagwa Mnangagwa. Because Mnangagwa now ari kugadzira chinhu chake chekuti even 2033 anenge ari pachigaro ndopanozoitwa maelection. And time frame yekubva ipapa kusvika pa2023 ma-MPs ari parliament asina kuvhoterwa kudai so especially opposition party akaita zvekuimpose vachidzinga vanhu vachindi vanyu ari kungotamba they are dancing for supper. Zvinoda Mnangagwa ndozvavanoita. And at the same time ivo pachavo vari kuzviziva kuti kana kwakanzi kuelection havachahwina nekuti havachadiwa nevanhu because they are sellouts. Saka zvada Mnangagwa ndozvavari kuita. Saka nawo regai ndikutaurire two key points ndeyekuti nawo vari kuda kuti vaamende constitution kuti vabvise nhingi 8 limit obva atanga kutonga manje kusvika padhongo amira nyanga, then anombvaza kuti kana vabvisa 10 limit nawo anombvaza kuti maelection achati pa2033, handimazvona. But pa2033 period iyoyi plan another plan iripo ndekuda kushandisa ma-MPs ari muparliament iwayo futi kuti kubva kwaitwa inonzi one party state. Kwava kuti idea yenye kuti ngatichigadzirai chirungundengu, ngatichigadzirai chihora chinonobvisa ZANU-PF 2028 kunenge kusinai. So the time is now to stand up and come up with permanent solution. Kuti Mnangagwa aende, not next year, this year. Ndo panofana kuti paende Mnangagwa. And aizi nyaya kumuwenga, tonzwa vamwe vachiti aiwa ukabvira ushungu usingamuda kana. And one thing chandira kutaurira, I don't need kuti ndiye butika. Ukuthi pamberi na Mnangagwa pamberi ne 2030 kuti vanhu vabva vanditi ndiri munhu ZANU-PF. Handibviswe paZANU-PF nemunhu, ndinongoramba ndiri munhu weZANU-PF nokuti kadhiri musangano ndinaro. Ndakatora maposition akasiyana siyana mupati. Andimazvinzwisa, handakunyorerwa tsamba kuti ndadzingwa kupati. Saka izvozvo vane musangano zvezivei. Avana baba vedu vamuri kuda kuti ana Clive vakambobuda vakataura, ana baba Ageza vakambobuda vakataura, but havasina pavarume ava. Handimazvinzwisa, ini chisumukai. Ndakanzwa mumwe muovhesi zvakare achiti anyoka mabhunu demonstration muZimbabwe aishanda wakwaiva kunyeperana kwekwe. Hatisi kumboenda zvekuti vamwe vanenge vakamira vari 50 apo, vamwe vanenge vakamira vari 50 vakasimudza kaplacard apo. Akomana, tiri kungobuda tiri mamillions takananga maharare. Kana masoja achina kupfura chaicho vane mushaya. And the reason yekupfura vanotosha nokuti kana iviri masoja achona vanototambudziko. Iwe musoja anonotenda kushopu yake inonzi ndiye masoja ndiye anotenga. Shopu yaunotenga iwewe musevhireni ndiyo inotenga musoja. Shopu yaunotenga iwewe musevhireni ndiyo inotenga mupurisa. Shopu yaunotenga iwewe musevhireni ndiyo inongotenga manesi, ndiyo inongotenga maticha, ndiyo mvura yauri kubuda patepi yakasviba iyoyi isingararamise munhu ndiyo mvura uri kungonwa masoja. Handimazvinzwisana, chikoro chevana vemasoja ndo chikoro chevana venyini masevhireni. Saka there is no different. Handimazvinzwisana, vamwe apa muri kutotambira pei yakatowanda kupfuura yemasoja. Saka masoja havana chavanombokuPfurirai, but vanoda kuona kuti imi makashinga here pane zvinhu zvamuri kuita. Kati tida kupinda mutauni tiende tinokloza Harare tiri mamillions. That's why we are taking time. Trust the process. We are taking time. We are going to close Harare with millions of people, not 2-1. But no to demonstration to go to Chitwani Mukadzi anenge akabata kapreka dabari pakona mupurisa obauya nekambroma ona amanyiswa aiwa isiriyo demonstration. So trust the process. Vamwe vanenge anotaura nekuti ari kure. Kana ukaona uchitaura language yeva hausati wakura mune zvematongerwo enyika, hausati wakura mune zvematongerwo enyika. Leader of Mozambique wanga ari far away for a long time, but akangouya achitokonzeresa one time. Time to come ikuya, nguva yekuuya iri kuuya, nguva iri kupedzana nawo iri kuuya. Saka trust the process. Vanzwa vamwe vachiti mwana anonzi yoke mabhunu ese ada kutiraya kuti zvinhu zviite, but haana simba kuishungo chete. Guys, I'm not alone. Handisi ndega. When you see me talking like this, handisi ndega. Ndine vari kuseri kwangu. The time to come to talk to you is coming. Time yacho yekuti vazotaura neni ichasvika. Handimazvinzwisisa. When time is right. So nyaya yandiri kutaura nezvayo ndeyekuti nyika yeZimbabwe ngaichisununguka, nyika yeZimbabwe ngaichitambanuka kuti iraramike. Unotaura zve2030 kunoenda ku2030. Haasi kuda kuenda, tarisai kana motakedi yake akatenga zvimarapcha zvimotika zvaakatenga hazvisi zvomunhu ada kuenda zvezvo. Ende look, ipapa zvaari kuda kuti tarisai vanhu madhikiteta ari kufamba anotamba navana Museveni naye. Kufamba kwako chapidze vanhu vaye vanoudzana here kuti shamari chiregera. So please, let's stand up. Good day.
You know what? Even when I look at the renovation of the State House, they renovated the State House to suit the family. No. Like I said, for those that did not watch my video that I did this morning, early in the morning, when I was looking at the issue of Satanism and cult in ZANU-PF, it can show that this man, obviously, this man do not have no regard. He doesn't care about what you guys think or what I think. You know, he cares about what he wants. It's all about him, his children, and his friends. Anyone that protects him, yes, we're good. Everyone else, you don't really matter. That's who Mnangagwa is. He does not care whether you eat or you don't. And this man wants to extend more time in the office so that he can build his own, empire and his kingdom. Because what he wants is to be the kingdom of Zimbabwe. One thing that I realized about Mnangagwa is that Mnangagwa is people who this word that I'm looking for, man. He's an envious guy. He's very envious. When he sees something, he wants to be. And I think, remember, guys, the time that he went to the UK and people mocked him. Do you remember that? They mocked him because he was sitting at the back. He looked at the grandeur and the the monarchy, and it was like you looked at something like, if I can build my own monarchy in Zimbabwe so that I can leave my children live like gods. He loves this life of control and power. And you ask yourself, to do what, sir? You have been in government for more than 40 years. What do you still want to do there? What do you want to do? And today, I saw people talking, the Ndebele guys. And by the way, I'm not even here to cause tribalism at all. But I'm simply saying because these are guys who are from the Mukwananze that say today that, oh, the Shona people have caused problems in this country. And we will never stand until we get our own freedom. And who caused the problem? It's Mnangagwa and his bodies. Who caused problems in Matabeleland. Not all the Shona people. It's a few guys, but we have tinted our names. Now we all look like bad people. When I listened to him speaking Mnangagwa, when he was talking about the issue that the Ndebele in South Africa and the Ndebele in Zimbabwe are walking around with a badge for Fungomo, for that reason, this one needs to be killed. How can a person be killed because you just believe in any leader? It's everyone who don't believe in what you want is an enemy. No, but say, you know what? You are the enemy. You are an enemy of the state of Zimbabwe, and an enemy of the future of many people. You have destroyed so many destinies. So you should be actually knowing that you're the one who needs to actually go earlier, like what happened to Mugabe, because you stood and accused Mugabe of not doing right, and he was supposed to go. Now we also say the same thing. The same way you removed Mugabe in 2017, you should do exactly the same. You need the same way, because if you are worse, I know that Mugabe was bad, he was bad. That's where the whole problem started. And it did so much, but we expect that when you got into that space, you're going to say, Zimbabwean, come together. Let's fix everything that is broken. No, but no. You said, everyone, go away. You and your friends began to destroy. Today, Makomba chat across the country, where your bodies, the Chinese people, have caused a mess. But show me any Zimbabwean you can go to China and destroy Chinese land. None. But these ones come to Zimbabwe and do as they please. I saw them beating our brothers and our sisters. They do as they please, the Chinese people. I'm not a hurt of any investor, but we all know that Chinese people have caused a mess in the country. Everyone knows. It's on record. There is evidence out there. This has nothing to do with politics. Because I think the problem in Zimbabwe is we politicize everything. When we look at Mnangagwa now, it has nothing to do with whether he wants to be in power or not. That's not the issue. The issue is the seat that you are sitting in of being a president. You have roles. And we, this amount of people, we do have expectations. So once you fail to deliver, then we have to consider someone else. Do we have a problem with you as a person? No, we said the role that you hold as a president, you are not capable to fulfill your mandate. With that being said, we have to cut it off, like we did with Mugabe. He failed. He was too old. You said there were thieves around the president. No, during the Mugabe, they were there. If they were there, they were there, but they were not really as vocal and as showing off like what we see today. Today, the criminals around you, they not only do they steal, they also walk around being so pompous. Show me any country where someone can start giving cars without no track record. Someone can, without no business. You can't say, can you bring your documents? Let's see your tax returns. No, there's none. No track record. This guy, because he's working for the president, he works with Mnangagwa, he's his runner. And I'm referring to Chibai and other guys who already on record right now saying it in the court that don't be fooled. The money for the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission went to Mnangagwa's pocket. It's on record. They said in the court, and that was Chimome and his partner, that the money went to Mnangagwa's pocket. Who does that as a president? But no, he said, no, everyone keep quiet. Let me do as a please. Give me more time to hurt you. Okay, we heard Chamisa said that, stop the nonsense. You need to go. Stop it. So because I'm not a politician, I'm not going to sit there and say, no, you stole the election. I'm not worried about that. I'm talking about your responsibility as a leader. We don't have electricity as we speak. People are in the dark. Electricity comes in the night and it leaves early in the morning. And people don't even have electricity during the day, right? There's no clean water, running water. So many houses now have boreholes in 2025. Who does that? The bore should be in the rural area if people want. I thought by now we should all have clean water, even in the rural area, because we used to have clean water in the rural, right? It used to be there. But no, your regime destroyed everything. These guys will sit down with the ministers and say, what are you guys doing? They're doing absolutely nothing. They have nothing to show. They have titles. They spend a lot of money. They've got so many packages. I saw one of the councillor, whatever it was, okay, a speaker in the state council. All the packages paying the school fees for the children at school. This guy is having there's a lot of packages, but doing absolutely nothing. No wonder why they can kill to get into the office. These people can destroy others to get into the office because that's where all the benefits are. But when there's nothing to actually give out to the people of Zimbabwe, Mr. Sir Mnangagwa, you have failed and you have to go. And it is what it is. You really have to go. I don't care what you guys going to do, but what I'm saying is we need someone who's serious about taking Zimbabwe forward. I'm terrified though, and I've always been saying that I don't think ZANU-PF, anybody from ZANU-PF has capacity to change Zimbabwe, because if that person had, they could have changed it. But to say, no, I need to be in position in order for me to change the country, excuse me, no, that to me doesn't make no sense. I really believe that if we can get someone new, it will make our country a better country. And let's have a new culture. This culture of evil needs to be destroyed. We cannot carry on like this. Whether they like it or not, it's ending soon. So guys, go ahead. We're going to speak. Raise your voices everywhere, all social media platforms. Our voice have to be heard. I'm prepared to move around and really hearing what Zimbabweans say about the issue of extending Mnangagwa Suru. And we all know that he will not. No one will ever say Mnangagwa should stay. None. Everyone wants him gone yesterday. In fact, people want him gone before 2017. That's what people are saying. If I, as Urumi, knew that this man is as bad as he is proved to be, I was not going to even accept him in 2017. I thought, no, maybe he's a good person. I just want Mugabe to go. Little did I knew that, you know what, I moved from the pot into the fire. So say Mnangagwa, please, no, it's not going to work. Guys, tell me what you think in the comment section, but I stand by my words. Mnangagwa is not leadership material, with all due respect. He is not. And ZANU-PF needs to know that we love you as brothers and sisters, but your ways of running this country, ways of violence, of corruption, of lies, of deception, you have got a spirit of destruction. That's what you do. You always want to destroy that spirit. It has to leave our country for good. We want unity. We want love in this country. We want people who are intentional about building Zimbabwe, who genuinely mean success, who genuinely mean, wisdom and counsel. We need men and women who are able to fix our country. All this politics nonsense, we are sick and tired. We also want a free and fair elections where we decide the right candidates who can actually be able to save people. Not that you pick up a street vendor and call this person a leader of a party that they don't even know how it started. They just saw it starting. Guys, we are tired. Because let me just tell you why I say this. For your own information, I picked this up. I'm like a detective. Maybe they need to actually put him in their intelligence in the next future. I'm very good at I'm very good in that. Intelligence, I'm good. I already realized, I've already actually saw that there are people who are planted as we speak in Chamisa. Those are very close to Chamisa, they were planted. Very close, because I already spotted them. And I was like, nah, Allah. Because you know what? They can't wait to cause chaos again 2028. Where's got the time to wait for this drama and games? And guys, we're tired. We want a country that functions. On behalf of Women's Association in Zimbabwe, we cannot carry on with this nonsense. We can carry on. We want this country to function. You know, all these games, the more toxic politics at each other. Bring your manifesto, bring your policies up. Have debates and tell us how you can save the people of Zimbabwe. Not to play games of killing, eliminate. We are just tired. Tonight we're going to be looking at the story that's trending right now, that Opamshuru is being accused of killing Tongogara. When I look into that story, I'm glad that things are coming out. I'm a firm believer that truth will always come out. Truth will always come out. We're wondering why these people are so close. Why is it they always get ministry to ministry without no resume at all? Because they knew they're protecting each other. All their evil they've sown in the past, hoping they'll get away with it. Even those that are in heaven, I'm sure they're also speaking to Yahweh and said, we want these people to be humiliated. But some of them, your legacy will be nothing but a shame in this country. All right. Drop your comments in the comment section. Don't forget to like the live before you leave. I'll see you later on in the end. I love you. God bless you. And God bless Zimbabwe. Bye for now.